sunset sail. Not. So I have taken on captaining duties today.
Pretty good, I can get used to this.
I know, it doesn't look right.
We managed to drive in a straight line and not drive into the wall at the end of the straight line. Nailed it.
Nailed it! Alright, best finish this up so can go and enjoy a beer. Welcome to our self-inflicted adventure.
What seems like a lifetime ago, we left Australia intending to sail our way around the world.
It's been a rollercoaster since then, and while the plan has changed many times, we've been laughing our way through and learnt a new lesson for every step of the way.
And between us, the real adventure has only just begun.
A nice calm sunset sail. Not. I'll tell you what went wrong in a second. So I have taken on captaining duties today for this trip. Because why not? Because Adam had it for 2 weeks on the way here, as well as like a couple of years prior. And so I thought that I would take over on this trip. And so far, you know, we've broken something. I've almost jibed, and we've only been out here for about 2 or 3 hours. Actually, I didn't explain what happened earlier on when we tried to put up our main. Something's stuck. Come on.
Might be.
Just undo the second reefing line.
Find out.
Right.
Find the reefing line to the back of the car.
It's just really hard, really tough. The reefing lines that go through from the end of the boom to towards the mast, they go through this like little jam pleat thing. I don't even know the name for it. And that whole thing just seized up, really. There's no other word for it. Something in there broke, and the reefing lines weren't coming through. They were just stuck where they were, which meant that we couldn't hoist the main up anymore. So I had to tell Adam to stop, let it down, and then he came and checked it out, demanded a screwdriver, gave him said screwdriver, which he then just poked into a few places, and with a bit of force, we managed to get them undone. All right, they're all undone. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna turn around, okay? Back on?
Yeah, keep going, it's all good.
We don't even use them in the first place, which is the most annoying part of it, because we actually have clutches here in the cockpit. We don't even need these little jam pleat things, and they just get in the way. It's so annoying. Anyway, Adam then taped it up, and it's all good now. They're out the way, and we'll deal with that at a later date, but as mentioned, we don't really need them, so all good. And we're on our way now. It's about a 90-mile journey, and we decided to go out in the evening again, purely because the wind was just blowing a little more in the evening. We have a perfect 12-hour gap. 90 miles is like just over 12 hours, so we'll have perfect gap for sailing there. All downwind, of course, because it's all just downwind. I can't tell you how much our boat loves beam reaching and upwind sailing, and everything's downwind. Okay, we'll get there eventually. One day we'll start beating upwind. How's your day off captaining?
Pretty good, I can get used to this. Just kind of got to get up when you're told, pull a rope here and there, and go back to bed. No responsibility whatsoever. It's great. Wake me up when we get there. You're doing tonight's watch, right? Like, that's you all night?
I don't know what to do with myself when he's sleeping. He's usually so on the ball. He just sits here and just observes for hours on end. And I'm always the one snoozing, and now I need to be on the ball. What do captains really do?
Everybody wants to be captain, so something breaks.
Something did break. Something did break, and then I palmed it off to him.
You delegated.
I know, this doesn't look right.
Fix that. That's an order.
Best captain ever. Well, the motor is on. We survived for most of the night without motoring, but the wind just heated right out. We definitely left too late. It wasn't our fault at all because of the gas bottle. We ended up staying here a little longer than we thought. We were only planning to stay here about 2 days, but we decided to use the time to get our gas bottle refilled. This is our final and last chance to get propane. We have 2 propane tanks that we use to cook, and the rest of Europe uses butane apparently. So we're going to have to deal with that at some stage. But anyway, it ended up taking 5 days for our gas bottle to come back to us. This morning we were calling up the marina who took it to get filled up, and we said, is it there? Come on, is it there? And we kept calling up every hour until about 3 o'clock, and they said, yes, it's here. So 3:05, we rocked up at the marina and said, okay, we'd like to check out and we'd like our gas bottle back, please. And it's now about 4:30. So we've made fairly good time.
You're driving.
Okay. Ooh. Actually, I'm not driving, Happy's driving. Jiving and driving. Oh well. Anyway, we're here. There is more land behind us. We sailed through the night, and this is Sao Miguel. I think we only have about another 5 to 10 miles to go until we can pull into Ponta Delgada, which is on the southern coast, I think. Anyway, we need to stay in the marina because, in case you can't tell by the look of all these cliffs, they're just cliffs, you can't really anchor anywhere. So this is kind of what we're going to have to do, is that we're going to have to stay in the marina. Which I don't really like doing, because A, it costs money, and B, we always prefer anchoring. Anyway, this is where we're going. Had a casualty on deck. I think that was one of those rare occasions with sailing and boat ownership that you can actually say, we nailed that. We really did. That was an awesome entrance. I mean, it really helped the fact that there is nobody here and you have pretty much your selection, 100 meters approach, and your selection of any spot that you want helped a lot.
In summary, we managed to drive in a straight line and not drive into the wall at the end of the straight line. Nailed it.
Nailed it! We're in a brand new place. Time to edit.
The following day, with work done and an unexplored island on our doorstep, we rented a car and set off for a drive around the island. The first stop on our list was actually a place I'd heard of before. About 6 months ago, a long-time patron of ours, Dennis, asked if he could send us something when we were in St Martin.
I see tea! Yay! Tea for me! There's a postcard with it too.
This is one from one of our patches in the Azores. Fancy.
You can't drink it, it's mine.
So the postcard says, Dear Adam and Khiara, since you can't
Green
come
tea.
to the Azores, brackets, for the time being, here is a little bit of the Azores for you.
So he posted 2 packs of tea from the oldest and largest tea plantation in the whole of Europe, which was conveniently located on his doorstep in Sao Miguel. So this tea travelled over the Atlantic Ocean until I tasted my first sip. Since then, I've made many more cups sailing from St. Martin to Bermuda and Bermuda to the Azores, back to its origin. It is officially the most well-travelled tea in the Atlantic. But having arrived in the Azores, I obviously had to go and check out this plantation.
This is tea connoisseur. What are your thoughts on the tea?
So stuffing my face full of cookies. Tea in Cha Gorreana. So good, so good.
After our feed for the day, we spent some more time travelling up and down the winding forest roads, past twin blue and green lakes and bubbling and stinking hot springs. And constantly stopping to check out the stunning views.
I'm trying to take in this beautiful view, and all I can hear from behind is this from this cow who's coming back up. Oh God, please don't come this close to her.
How's the serenity?
Oh my God, he's actually coming towards us.
Hey Daisy! Well, it's a dairy cow, he's probably quite tame. Unless it's like the bad egg of the flock who's gone rogue on the town.
Or it's genuinely just enjoying the view, really.
Hey, he's taking himself out for a look.
No jokes about why the cow crossed the road? I would have expected that from you this morning.
Get off the road! Get up there! Yeah, they're just looking at me.
And voila! A new place, a new look. I'm filming!
Oh, sorry.
The explanation.
Preening yourself.
Well, yeah, it's going to take a lot of preening nowadays.
Staring at yourself. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest on the wall?
Oh, you're finally done. I'm vlogging.
For now.
For now? Alright, now he's just done this, and now I think I have something in my teeth or something else. Enough chit chat, enough of preening myself. On to actual work. Now you might have noticed the other day when we sat down to do some work that there was a massive box in the background. Now that box it's a bit of a long story as to how we got that. A few months ago, so I'll tell you the long story. A few months ago we got gifted a radar and a chart plotter. If you've been watching along for a while, you'll probably know. You'll also probably know, if you have been watching along, that the chart plotter died on us as soon as we plugged it in, pretty much. Once we finally had the new chart plotter in, we then decided to install the radar. Unfortunately, the radar did exactly the same thing, and it lasted about 2 minutes before that also spazzed out. So we really didn't have very much luck on these freebie gifts that we got gifted. So we did call Simrad and we said to them, hey, is there anything you can do about this? And they said, yes, it's still kind of under warranty, so send it back and we'll get it fixed for you. They weren't able to get it back to us before we crossed the Atlantic, so we did sail without a radar. We're now here and we've had it sent into here. So today's job is installing our new radar and actually seeing if it works. I need my mouth now. Gobcam needs to be postponed. So while I'm up here, Adam is down in the cockpit testing it, and once he approves it, once he says it's all working and it's working fine, then I'll do up the last bolts in here. It's looking good so far. There was just enough wire to actually fit it on though.
Apologies for the very dodgy camera angle. I've just got it sat on some obscure shelf because I don't have hands. So Khiara's sitting at the top of the mast, or halfway up right now, and I am just finishing the last part of the wiring down here. Just got to switch over some power wires for the old system versus the way the new system works. Basically, if you're familiar with the system, what I'm doing is removing what's called an RI10 junction box. How'd she come? can. Bye. Needs to go through that wall. Out the other side. Where's my torch gone? Torch. Right. The wiring definitely needs a bit of a spruce, but that should be enough to get some proof of life. We'll see. Bollocks. Nothing. I stand corrected. It does, well, so far so good. Let's just see if we can get some kind of sign of life. Hooray! Those look like the fingers of a marina and a jetty, if you ask me. Should be a big ass steel boat behind me, which there is. Should be a bunch to my right, a bunch to my left, and then staggered layers of finger jetties for the marina thereafter. I'd say that's working for now. Touch wood. Everything was perfectly overlapped.
So our paintball hasn't attacked our radar?
There's no more paintball splatters. What are you doing out there?
Hi, you know, just chilling out, enjoying the view. Can you pass me up a beer?
You got all 4 pods?
Nah, just 2.
Okay. What are you chattering away for? I'm not paying you by the hour.
Alright, best finish this up, so can go and enjoy a beer. So much boat work being done in one day. We haven't done this for quite a while. It's kind of nice. That was pretty good. It's really easy to do stuff when you're in a marina. It's like no rolling at all. You should come here all the time, babe.
Don't get used to it.
So,
I'll go to marinas the moment you start driving into the slips and out again.
So no more marinas then?
Yeah, I thought you might say that. So I'll go down and check the Xantrax and I'll keep transmitting and I'll see what it drops. It'll be pretty, we should do this at night, but I just want to know if it's a visceral spike or if it's like tiny. So we're at 4.6. Started transmitting?
Yep.
3.2. 1.2 amps it takes between standby and transmit. That is nothing, and you won't even, that's when it's on like round the clock. Hey, that's pretty awesome. That is 1 amp.